Tonight I want to talk about the Hattersley Brothers, manufacturers of Swinton, and particularly their premises at Queen's Foundry here on Whiteley Road. We've actually got a plaque which explains this behind me. If you can just look at this point here, this archway, this was the main entrance into the works from Whiteley Road. And so this is the Hattersley buildings for Queen's Foundry. So we've got three brothers, Richard, Charles and Thomas Hattersley, originally of Ecclesfield near Sheffield, and they established a small iron foundry at Kelham Island, right in the centre of the city, in 1862. Now this premises was actually totally destroyed when the Dale Dyke Dam burst and crashed down into the city. Over 250 people were killed and many industries were wiped out, including the building of the Hattersleys. So what did they do? They moved to Swinton. And they relocated into land and barns, actually on Queen Street. The land belonged to a man called Thomas Waring, who actually owned most of the centre of Swinton. He was a farmer, he was also a mine owner at Old Walk Colliery. And Thomas Waring actually lived in a building called Rock House. So he rented them premises on his land on Queen Street. But the business did well, they outgrew that. And so they decided to move down here on Whiteley Road and start a building in 1870. They built with their own bricks actually on site. So that all the area to the back here, just three long buildings originally. But again, if you can look at the plan of the site, you can see that the area was actually full of different buildings. The front building was added in 1893 with offices, showrooms and warehousing. So what was made on site? Cooking ranges, iron stoves. We'll look a little bit more about this. Grates, railway wheels, heating equipment, cooking equipment. About 200 people worked here at one time. And it carried on into the late 1970s. We've got some interesting documents here which actually shows the other impact that the Hattersley Brothers had on Swinton. This is actually a purchase agreement, and it's dated April the 1st, 1876. And this was when the Hattersleys were purchasing land on Fitzwilliam Street in Swinton. And you can see on the stamp, we have the signatures. It's an original document. We have the signatures of Charles Warnop, Alan Cocking, Thomas Hattersley and Richard Hattersley. And the piece of land they were buying was actually to create a house. And they call that house Grenna House. And again, if we can look, this is the junction of Piccadilly Road, and behind the trees here, that is Grenna House. That's a property that was built by one of the Hattersleys, for one of the Hattersleys to reside in. And there we have the purchase agreement for the land. And a later document, 1886, so the building was the premises were well established on this site. We've got an article of partnership between Messrs Charles Barry, Richard Hattersley, Charles Hattersley and Thomas Hattersley. So where we have the three brothers well and truly involved in the business, and this is an agreement for Charles Barry, like an apprenticeship. He was become a partner. We've got Richard Hattersley living in Doncaster at that time. Charles Hattersley lives in Wath Road at Mexborough, just a short distance away, and we've got Thomas Hattersley of Swinton, making an agreement with that young man to come and work here. We'll move out onto the rest of the site now. So this whole area was part of the manufacturing process. I mentioned the brickwork, the bricks that were built, that built the buildings. You can see the older bricks compared to more modern bricks on this structure. But if we can look at an early plan of the site, and this just shows you the extent of Queen's Foundry. It's an iron foundry. There we have the railway line at Swinton Curve. It's still there now. It wasn't just about work though. There was also a sports ground, and there we have the Queen's Foundry Sports Club and their sports ground. It had a bowling green and a pavilion. So along Whiteley Road, that's our entrance, the building there. which we've just been speaking to. Let's have a look at some of the products that the company made. So again, this whole area full of ironworks, a very busy place. But take a look at this ironwork here, made on site. You can see examples of this kind of ironwork, which is a staircase. Examples of this you can see in buildings all over the country, possibly even all over the world. This building here, this front building, was a statement. It was their showrooms, it was their offices, and it was their warehousing, and people could come actually and buy from a company shop. We'll talk about that in a little short while. I did mention the sports club. We've actually got some interior shots here of the sports club. This dates from the 1970s. You can see with the decor. This is inside of the sports club at a presentation night for employees, and you can see the atmosphere there. They've all got the drinks. It looks like a good time was being had by all. It was a retirement presentation for some of these long-serving employees, and there we are. We're enjoying a bit of buffet and some presentation prizes for the gentleman there, which was used in the sports and social club. So it wasn't just about work. There was welfare services as well. And they were proud to be from Swinton. What we've got here, a catalogue, the Swinton combination grapes, which gives a catalogue of all the different, some of the ranges, the open fires, they're making the best use of that fuel economy, and the different types of tiles and finishes that you could buy. Again, more products. The company were really outward looking. They exhibited in exhibitions in London and entered for prizes, and often you will see references to their products prize winning. The Swinton patent cooking range. This is cooking ranges both for commercial, for normal properties, and all you can see the patents for the Swinton ranges. Examples, one after the other, a huge catalogue of goods, both for commercial and for domestic purposes. And once again, we've got ranges. Again, the Swinton they were so proud to belong to this community that they named lots of their products after Swinton. They actually did work for the Ministry of Defence, and documents like this had to be produced for packaging things for the armed forces. Let's take some more shots from inside, the actual works itself. So inside, some black and white shots, shows actually the guts of the industry. There we go, pouring the hot metal. Some of the back boiler elements there. Packaging, finished products, pressing. Interior shots. Now these buildings have gone. There's a building there is one wing left, but most of these buildings have been cleared now to make a car park. But you can see the good interior shots that were made from the works. Just to show there's nothing new, they actually had a company shop on site. Now the box is slightly battered, but here we have the Swinton electric iron still in its original box. So we'll take the iron out. Top 1930s technology. You can see the Bakelite plug, you can see the cord, and this was the Swinton electric iron. And we know this was bought on site because inside of the box we still have the receipt. And there we have it. Hattersley Brothers Limited, manufacturers of stove grates. They paid, because they bought it in the factory shop, they paid 6 shillings and 6 pence. Had they bought it in a normal shop, it would have been 10 and 6. So because they bought it in the factory shop, they got a discount.
So 1930s technology. Here we are, we have the January the 20th, 1936, actually bought on site. And we still have the receipt. In later years, the company moved on into, you can see the more sort of modern equipment, the back boilers for heating water, and the enclosed fires. The gas moved into gas-fired boilers away from solid fuel, and again we've still got Hattersley Brothers Limited, Swinton, Mexborough. There's a telephone number there. They also had an office in London as well. So proud of their products. Mantle register grates, once again, the Swinton brand is over and over again emphasised. In 1965, we have a share issue. People could actually buy shares, and inside of the document is a share certificate application form. And we even have some accounts. The company had to produce annual accounts. This is from the mid-60s, and it certainly shows that the company was a going concern, which indicates the balance sheet of over £200,000 in 1967. So this premises was a going concern, but it ceased to operate on site in the 1970s. But Queen's Foundry, its memory lingers on. Many people in the local area work here. Many people have different memories of that, and also the sports and social life that went on with it. So, thank you very much.